Yo, what's up, guys? How are we doing? Or we are live. How's the sound? Is the sound all right? Tim Means and Alex Morano. I'm going with the Dirty Bird. Alex Morano coming off of a brutal KO loss to Santiago Ponzinibbio. Guys, I just started the stream, so how is the audio? Is the audio okay? Let me know. That is very important for me right now. Is how's the audio sounding? What's going on? Back in the building. Yeah. The fights have been pretty good so far. All good. Okay, the audio is all good. The fights have been great as of yet. Great fight between Douglas De Silva de Andrade and Cody Stamann. Cody Stamann surprising me in the third round. Dog shit fight between Chase Sherman and Carl. Terrible fight. I can't stand watching guys like Chase Sherman. Chase Sherman is the NPC cutout of heavyweights. There is absolutely nothing to see there. He's no different than Parker Porter. Just your typical fat heavyweight that just can't stand watching those kinds of guys. Really boring fight. We had some other good ones. Obviously, Matt Brown tying Derek Lewis for the most KOs in UFC history. Excellent. What other fights did we have tonight? Not that many in total. Oh my goodness, how did I forget Brian Battle? 12-second KO. And then, of course, there was that one fight where they paused it for like 40 minutes. What was that one? Let's see. Kim versus Bohm. That pissed me off. Were you guys watching that? Kim versus Bohm, where it took the referee and the judges like 40 minutes to figure that out due to like some little eye poke. Like, I was yelling at the screen saying, get them out of the cage. I was really annoyed with that. That took way too long for such a low stakes fight. Jesus. It's like, come on, man. Just hurry it up. But we're at the main card. I was happily surprised to see that today we have a daytime fight night. I'm very happy about that. You know, I was expecting that, the main card would start at around 7 p.m. and I'd have to stay up late. I didn't sleep very well last night. So I'm happy that it's starting early. Thoughts on Kim versus Bohm? I don't give a rat's ass. That's my thought about the outcome of that fight, about the fight to begin with. I have no take on anything other than the fact that it took way too long to get them out of the cage. All right. Whatever it was, an eye poke. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I just remember watching them take all day for it. And I was just thinking to myself, dude, this is taking so long. It doesn't matter. This is not a high stakes fight. That's the only thing I have to say about it. Started already? Yeah, the first fight on the main card. I was really happy to see it was a daytime fight night because I had a really rough sleep last night, guys. I was planning on waking up today at 8 a.m. to go to New York City to have a nice breakfast, and that didn't work out so well. It was hot as fuck in my apartment, really hot. And I couldn't really fall asleep until I turned on the AC and had to take a shower. I'm one of those guys, I have to take a shower before I go to bed. Otherwise, I can't sleep. I don't know if anyone else does the same thing, but I literally cannot fall asleep anymore. And this is a new thing for me. It's only been like this for the past like half a year, but I cannot fall asleep unless I take a shower immediately before bed. An hour is too much. I need to take a shower immediately before. Otherwise, I can't fall asleep. What's up, Yoel's Left Trap? You know Yoel's Left Trap? You're going to be featured in my video that I'm coming out with tomorrow on Boogeyman. I have a lot of great documentaries for you guys. A ton of good documentaries for all of you. The first one's going to be Boogeyman. The next one's going to be Biggest Wastes of Talent. And then we're going to do Ducking Machines. All right? So we're going to have Ducking Machines. I'll rip on some of my favorite, big duckers. Some of them I'm fans of. And then, of course, the Biggest Waste of Talent featuring a guy in Darren Till and more. So I'm really looking forward to it. And then I'm going to do the most annoying fan bases part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was the video where I was doing my Nate Diaz impression. I was out and about. I filmed that on my regular camera where I'm just outside, like dressing like a certain fan base. So I'll do that with O'Malley. I'll do it with Colby. I need to figure out an outfit for the Colby Covington fans, but I need another fighter. So let me ask you, like, what are some other fighters that you'd want me to do for the most annoying fan bases? Let's see. I'm doing a most annoying fan base part two. Uh, Give me some options for the poll. I'm doing O'Malley. Okay, let's see. I need a fan base suggestion. Okay, let's do O'Malley as one. Let's do Colby. I already did Habib fans. I already did Adesanya fans, and I already did Nate Diaz fans. So let's see. I'm waiting for the other suggestions. Bo Nickel fans. Really? Bisbing is the biggest ducker in MMA history. Ducked Yoel. Yes, I'll be talking all about that in my Boogeyman video. That is literally the part of my script that I'm writing right now. I'm writing the Michael Bisping part of the script. So that'll be in my video, and I'll also include Michael Bisping in that. He ducked Yoel, he ducked Whitaker, he ducked Jacare, he ducked everyone. Does Bo Nickel beat 46-year-old Yoel? Honestly, probably not. I guarantee you Yoel would probably take him out if they were to fight today. Just based on experience, like overall toughness, size. I mean, would Yoel make weight? Probably not. So he wouldn't even be able to fight him because he's probably on the sauce big time right now. Um, who knows? That just wouldn't happen. But let's just hypothetically say Yoel could make weight. Yeah, he's beating Bo Nickel without a doubt. He just doesn't age. I'm sure he doesn't like care as much about his career at this point, but yeah, I definitely rock with Bo. To lose that, rock with Bo. I don't think anyone's rocking with Bo. But yeah, give me some fan base suggestions, guys, for most annoying fan bases. You surpassed the basic guru. Okay. I'm doing my best, guys, because the next month is going to be really slow. I'm going to come out with a lot of documentaries. These are the hardest videos to make, so I'll be uploading less. But I'm really excited to put these out. Do you think Wei Li Zhang is on the sauce? No, I don't think so. I mean, she's strong, right? She picked up Francis Ngannou, and she seems like a tank, but she's also very short. And you know how it is with people that are shorter; they can pack on more muscle a little easier, and it shows more on their frame. Listen, I would not be surprised at all if she was on the sauce. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! There was a submission there. I missed it. I missed it. Wait a second. Quality over quantity anytime. All right. John Jones fanboys. Yes, Jones. Jeez. Alex Morano getting it done. Interesting. Let's see the replay. Guillotine. Wow. Look at that. It actually worked. Damn. I'm impressed. Good guillotine from Morano. And I picked him to lose. So whatever. John Jones. That's a good suggestion. Yeah. Jones fanboys are going to be in it. Now, don't get me wrong. Jones is the GOAT, but I'll definitely add them. All right. What fan bases do you guys think are Henry Cejudo's fan base? Yeah. They're annoying, but they're only around during his comeback. Like Henry Cejudo didn't have a lot of fans up until he came back recently. Like if you guys don't remember, like 2019, 2020, Henry Cejudo had a lot of haters. Like people were rooting for all of his opponents. All of a sudden, people love him, and he was like everyone's favorite against Aljo. But Henry doesn't really have a big fan base. What's your favorite fan base? My favorite fan base. I mean, I gotta say Volk fans, because I am one of them. But like, Volk doesn't really have like a identifiable fan base, to be honest. Izzy fans are my least favorite. Dagestan fanboys, yeah, they're pretty annoying sometimes. I don't know. There's not like a fan base that's my favorite. Like, I guess the ones that I like are the ones that aren't like the only fan bases that are really identifiable are ones that are usually bad, you know. Tuivasa fans. I mean, like, Tuivasa fans were mad delusional going into the Pavlovich fight, bro. I was picking Tuivasa to get smoked, and I heard so and against Gon too. Tuivasa fans, if anything, are delusional and a little bit, like, annoying because they were, like, picking him to beat Gon, and they were telling me that I was a fool for doubting Tuivasa, like, so even his fans aren't, you know, they're kind of annoying, to be honest. Brock Lesnar fans. I don't think I've ever talked or heard of a Brock Lesnar fan. He doesn't really have fans right now outside of the WWE. Poirier fans. I mean, Poirier fans are just guys that are going to tell you that Dustin Poirier would smoke every striker on the planet, but they're not like they don't really have a core fan base. You know what I mean? Like Habib has a core fan base. Colby has like a core fan base. Jones does. O'Malley has a little niche fan base. But guys like Poirier, like, they're just regular MMA fans that either like him or don't like him. McGregor fans. McGregor fans used to be an issue, but not anymore. All right, Alex Morano, good win. Good win. But now let's get to the real shit. We have 4 more fights. I'm actually really happy to say that because I'm still relatively tired. Only 4 more fights of the night, and they're all really good. Ian Garry. We have Carlos Ulberg and Ihor Poteria up next, which should be a really good one. Dustin always giving good fights. I don't know why people don't like him. Well, it's because he's a little bit of a prick. That's why. It has nothing to do with his fight style. He's just a little bit of a prick. Tony Ferguson's fans carried MMA memes for years, but the ones who think he has a shot are still delusional. I don't think anyone in their right mind think that Tony has a shot to do anything. But to be fair, honestly, man, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do Conor fans. I'm going to make fun of Conor fans for giving Conor a chance to actually take out like Michael Chandler. I'm going to give him a fucking chance. I'm gonna give Conor a play in my video. So I'll do Conor fans, I'll do Jones fans, and I'll do Colby fans. O'Malley fans, I don't really know how I'm gonna make fun of them. Cause like they just root for O'Malley no matter what, but they're not really out here saying anything that's that crazy. Conor fans will be in my video because they are getting a little bit annoying with thinking he's actually good. Talk about a new fan base. Yeah, yeah. And I'm going to talk about Conor, Jones, and Colby for sure. Colby fans are real delusional about his losses in his career and his resume. I mean, his best win is RDA and Damian Maia, and those wins were like, those weren't even like that. His Damian Maia win was okay, but his RDA win was a razor close 48-47 decision victory. Who did Lucas pick for the main? I picked Jailton Almeida to beat Jairzinho Rozenstruik in the first round by submission or TKO. Thoughts on Chase Sherman getting brutally robbed? Dude, I don't give... brutally robbed, bro. Like, I felt like he was losing that fight. He lost the second round pretty clearly. That was not a robbery. He may have won the first, but he lost. Oh, wait. Tough. Look, they're doing a tough promo. What's up, Mike? Damn, Conor. Smogging him. I'm looking forward to a proper fight. Michael is not on my level. Mystic Mike. Second round. Keep dreaming, mate. Keep dreaming. I'll tell you what weight it's going to be. 185. Y'all do what you're told. I'm going to pin you. This is my game. This is my game forever. This is my game forever. You'll do what you're told. You do what you're told. This is my game forever. This is my game forever. I'll pin you. I'm going to pin you, mate. I'm pin you. Yeah. DJ Khaled versus Colby. Who wins? Probably Colby by decision. Lucas hating on the Vanilla Gorilla. 30-27 is one of the worst scorecards I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, like, Chase Sherman won the first. Listen, I don't really I mean, dude, it's one of those times where I don't even care because it's such a boring fight, and Chase Sherman is just so trash. I watched the first 2 rounds of that, and then I decided to start cooking to make some sausage, and listen, man, Chase Sherman, I don't know how he gets to the UFC, but some of these heavyweights are just so bad. It's actually pathetic. As I said, typical carbon, like, NPC cutout of your, like, UFC MMA heavyweight. No, fuck the UFC heavyweight. MMA heavyweight, Chase Sherman, the same exact person as Parker Porter, like literally to a T. They're no different. And there's like 40 of those guys in the UFC. And they're all just, plain Janes, bro. Is pork good for you? Pork is okay as long as you get it pasture raised. It's all about quality when it comes to anything that's not beef. I mean, beef is also important to get some good quality, but with chicken, pork, it's all quality. All right. All quality. Are you serious? Dude, that fight sucked. I'm sorry, Eagle Scout. That fight sucked ass. It was not a good fight. Shitty technique, heavyweights, fat, slow, lethargic, decision mongers. Anytime heavyweights just can't for the life of them get finishes and they're strikers like Chase Sherman, it's like the worst thing you could ever watch. I'd rather watch Israel Adesanya and Jared Cannonier 3. I'd rather watch 2 more of their fights than watch Chase Sherman in the cage. Sherman showed Williams levels. Okay, dude, relax here. Thank you for the donation, my man. Can you please comment on how much Conor's facial structure changed since he last fought? Yeah, it's he looks like a big bucked up, bloated kingpin, the fat cat. He looks like a big bucked up kingpin fat cat of the MMA game that's been on all the sauce. You know, you'll do what you're told. I'll pin you. You'll do what you're told. 185. Let's do 185. Yeah. Yeah, shut your mouth. You want to do it at 185. You'll do what you're told. And you'll do what you're told, Mike. You'll do what you're told, Mike. Yeah, you'll do what you're told, Mike. We'll see. We'll see, Mike. We'll see. You'll do what you're told. You'll do what you're told, Mike. Lucas, I can't tell if you're albino or white. I'm not albino. Who you got next fight? I'm going with Carlos Ulberg by decision, my man. I'm doing Carlos by decision. I picked against him in his last fight against Nikolai Negumereanu. I love saying that name, Nikolai Negumereanu. It's funny because Sherman literally subs Jones in the first. He was playing with Williams. Did you even see him slick? Dude, Sherman is, I don't know. This must be your brother, I don't know. We got Chase Sherman's family member in the chat, though. Welcome to the membership. I can't believe Chase Sherman is a member of my channel. Settled gone. Schools pack. Sergey Pavlovich. I could see him beating him. Yeah. I think that people, just because he looked terrible against Jones on the ground, are going to be picking against him in his next fight. And honestly, I really like his chances if he's fighting a striker. I do like his chances, and we'll see what the odds are like. But if Gon comes up at like a minus or a plus 300 against a guy like Pavlovich or a plus 200, it'd be a good bet. Like, I'm not going to pick him based on that, but it would be a good bet. I'd probably pick Pavlovich. The only guys that I'd be 100% bulletproof confidence to beat him right now would be Tom Aspinall. I'd pick Aspinall to run through him. I would pick. We'll see, man. We'll see how Jailton Almeida looks tonight. But I'll base my prediction with Jailton and Gon after tonight. That's a fight that I'd like to see. I would pick Gon to beat Curtis Plotty Man Blades, though. I would definitely pick Gon to beat the Plotty guy, Curtis Blades, 100%. Here comes the crackhead, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, with the crack on full display. The highest ass crack in all of MMA. Here comes Jailton Big Sauce Almeida, the sauce god. Sauce to the gills. Even his neck is on the sauce, bro. Jailton Almeida's got a huge neck. Healthy Ngannou finishes Pav, Jones and Gon. Yeah, I don't know about Jones, but I would probably wait a second. Healthy Ngannou finishes Gon. Come on, dude. How do you know Gon was perfectly healthy going into that fight? Like a lot of guys come in with injuries. I think that's just a big fat excuse. Ngannou couldn't even touch Gon. I actually would pick Gon to beat Ngannou in a rematch without a doubt. He beat him the first time. So like I disagree on that. I think that Pavlovich, yeah, I agree with you. I think Ngannou would take out Pavlovich, but I don't know about Jones and I don't know about Gon. I would easily pick Jones actually. He would take Ngannou down and just submit him easily. Ngannou would tap too. Almeidanov is scary. Almeidanov, interesting. Curtis takes Soyril Gon down in the first round. Are you kidding me? Curtis Plotty Slow Boy Blades? The slow dude, Curtis Blades is the biggest, you know, most typical slow heavyweight wrestler that there's ever been. Like people act like Daniel Cormier doesn't exist, and they're like, Curtis Blades the best wrestler in heavyweight history, bro. Like Curtis Blades is slow, dude. He's been overrated for years. All right. He can beat up on anyone that's outside of like the top 6. Anyone outside of the top 6, he'll do well with, but Cyril Gahn's too difficult for Curtis Plotty to take down. Curtis would be, he wouldn't even be able to pin Gahn against the cage. You wouldn't even be able to find him. I'd go with Gahn by decision very confidently. But of course, Curtis has a chance. But, he's slow. He hasn't ever been able to beat a guy like Gahn, so I'm not going to bank on it. Throw a relatively unathletic big guy in there with Curtis Blades, he'll probably take him out. Anyone who's got some good athleticism and really good creative striking is most likely going to be able to beat a guy in Curtis Blades. The only reason Jones beat, Cyril Gahn is because it's John Jones and his takedown entries are 100 times better than Curtis Blades. Gahn has soy French quitter genes, and as soon as protruding Blades gets his hand on him, he taps. When's the last time Blades tapped anyone out? And who was the last guy he tapped out? That's my question. Blades would get picked apart at range. Blades is still overrated to this day. Watch Sergey use his Greco-Roman against Gahn. I mean, we'll see. I'd pick him to beat him, but Gahn is definitely not losing to Plotty Curtis Blades. When's the last time Cyril Gahn tapped? By John Jones, the greatest fighter to ever do it? So you're saying that because the best fighter of all time that is number one, it's not even close, tapped him out. Shitty, plotty, slow Curtis Blades is going to do the same thing. Fat, plotty Blades? No, I disagree. Can't be the GOAT if you popped for PEDs. All right, well, then he shouldn't be on your GOAT list at all. Then he shouldn't even be. Then you should put, fuck it, put Adesanya ahead of him. Adesanya is higher up on the GOAT list, according to you, because he's never popped. Even Donald Cerrone is higher on the GOAT list. All right, fair enough. You don't think he's on there. I don't have an issue with that as long as your GOAT list makes sense. Volk versus John Jones at size. Volk schools Jones worse than Max. Oh, of course. I mean, if they're the same size. How does Paul Gregg do at middleweight? Probably not very well, man. Probably not very well. He doesn't have great wrestling, and he'd be slower against the middleweights. I mean, Paul Craig, bro. Hey, he's just one of those guys that's not that compelling in a weight class move. I don't think a weight class move would do anything. He'd still have the same amount of wins, same amount of losses. If he gets someone in a good position on the ground, he finishes them. If not, it doesn't go his way. He'd be like the new GM3 of the division. Watch Sergey use his Greco-Roman. Yep. I still have Sergey beating everyone except Jones. Yeah. Sergey beating everyone. I agree with that. I think Sergey is the best guy right now at heavyweight. And to be honest, I'm not even considering John Jones as like a regular heavyweight because he's basically out here saying he's going to retire. And how many other fighters in the UFC, other than the ones we don't give a fuck about, like the old men, like, Shogun back a few months ago, how many guys are actually out here saying like, yeah, Like, I'm not gonna fight any of these guys. I'm literally just waiting for old man Stipe to come out of the retirement home to fight him. So you may as well just call Sergey Pavlovich the best heavyweight on the planet since John Jones is basically retired. As far as I'm concerned, Jones is retired again, and you know, him and Stipe are just it's just a bit of a freak matchup, to be honest. One of the goats taking on old man Stipe coming out of the home. That's how I see it. It's the truth. It's very true. Unfortunately, it's the lame truth. John Jones is retired, and him and Stipe is for a belt that shouldn't even exist. Jairzinho is 6'4", 240, and hits like a truck. I get why Sergey and Jones duck him. Yeah, Jairzinho is the most ducked fighter at heavyweight for sure. Even though he's the easiest matchup in the heavyweight division. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, that's the easiest fight in the heavyweight division. Anthony Smith, that's the easiest. I wish someone were to tell Anthony Smith at one of these press conferences, Anthony Smith, that's the easiest fight in the light heavyweight division. I want Anthony Smith. Like Daniel Cormier said about, what's his name? Ryan Bader. Anthony Smith, that's the easiest fight in the division. I want Anthony Smith. Journeyman Smith. Dude, Smith would get so mad because, that's how easy it is to talk shit, dude. Imagine, like, Smith gets pissed if people just say, I want to eat Lionheart. They make a little stupid joke about his nickname. Imagine how pissed he would be if you were actually out here and his opponent saying that. Dude, I would give someone $500 who's fighting Anthony Smith to actually go out and really shit talk him and go in hard at him, dude, and play my viral video in front of him at a press conference. Anthony Smith, give me the shittiest journeyman in the game. I want Anthony Smith. He fucking sucks, bro. Nah, I'm kidding, man. All right, here we go. Carlos Ulberg, Ihor Poteria. Chandler low-key liked that shove from Connor. Oh, from Connor. Yeah, of course he did. Chandler eats it all up, man. He eats it up. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Connor doesn't fight him. He's still not in the USADA pool. So if the UFC is a business with integrity, then we will not see that fight until what? November? Because it's May. We won't see it till like, oh my God, maybe MSG if Connor takes a test soon. If not, we'll see it December in Vegas or next year. But as far as I'm concerned, guys, I think that Connor's just doing tough and he's, doing his little Netflix documentary and he's just showing face to stay relevant and to sell his liquor and to still be a good businessman, which is really smart for Connor. Shout out to him for putting his face everywhere this year and not even fighting. He'll probably make a shitload of money. That's, I actually think, what he's doing because he's still not in the USADA pool. It doesn't seem to me like he really wants to fight. And Connor's so smart that if he just teases it at all times and is like doing face-offs with Mike Perry and talking shit on Twitter, like that'll just keep him relevant. So I don't think he's going to fight is really what I'm saying, guys. I don't think we're going to see Conor fight this year. I don't. Garry or D-Rod? I'm going with Ian Garry, 29-28. All right, here we go. Carlos Ulberg. Ihor Poteria. Let's get it. I'm rooting for Poteria, but Ulberg is probably going to get it done. I think he's like a minus 400 favorite. All right. Ooh, good kick. Good body kick from Ulberg. 2 kicks from Carlos Ulberg. Carlos Ulberg keen to sit against the fence on the outside. Looks like he's waiting for that right hand to land. Who's the most underrated champion ever, in your opinion? I mean, like, underrated ever, meaning that, like, the guy that's talked about the most that's also underrated. The most underrated champion ever. I'm not sure. I'd have to really think about that. It's a good question, though. Paul Craig beats Vettori. There's no way. Vettori probably fucks him up on the feet. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Vettori were to finish that guy. RDA? RDA was literally never defended his belt. How could you say he's the most underrated champion ever? If anything, he's like not a good champ. Dude, you can't be a great champion if you literally don't defend your belt. So I'd say RDA is like an underrated fighter, but not the most underrated champion ever. Yeah. Honestly, like, again, I think, like, less than 90% of people put Volk in their top 5 all time, so you may as well just say Volk, honestly. If you're talking about underrated. Like, people rate Volk high, but not high enough, so maybe him. Dominic Cruz is also pretty underrated as a champion. Aljo or Volk? Oh, Volk smokes him. Jan? Oh! Oh! Fuck, dude. I literally missed that shit. God damn it. I missed it. He landed some shot. Fuck. He just knocked out Poteria. God damn it. What happened? Aldo? Aldo's an overrated champion, dude. You got to get over it. Aldo's overrated. Um, yeah. Michael Bisping, most underrated champion. I think Bisping's rated properly as a champ. I mean, people say Bisping's the worst champion ever. Here's wow. Check left hook, the exact same punch he knocked out Nikolai Negumereanu with. The exact same shot. And he countered it too. Same exact shot. And the same landing it in the same way on his hand, like the inside of his fist. Carlos Ulberg is really good, but hey, like, he hasn't taken a big step up in competition yet. We'll see how he does against a guy like Jan Blachowicz or one of these, veterans. But right now, he's just kind of beating up on newbies that he's just a little bit better than. Yeah, Carlos Ulberg getting the win again. Good finish. Yep, didn't last long, but at least we get to see some better fights now. I mean, this is a good one, but I kind of expected it to end early. Yeah, Aldo is an overrated champion. Really overrated. Jan is pretty underrated. Yes, Jan Blachowicz is underrated. Underrated. And not by a lot, but like, I mean, he defended against Adesanya. You know what I mean? And he beat a guy that had just beat John Jones. He was the first guy to take out Dominic Reyes. Like, think about that. The first guy to beat Dominic Reyes was Jan Blachowicz. Dominic Reyes was bouncing off of a win against the GOAT. So I'd say Jan has a pretty good championship run just with 2 title wins. And honestly, guys, I mean, this is the truth. Jan took out the real champion at the time. Like, if the judges had given out the right decision, being Dominic Reyes, then Jan would have beat the guy that had just beat the fucking GOAT. So, like, that says a lot. And he was the first guy to take that chin to knock him out. And he outboxed Izzy. Yeah, beat him 4-1. Some say 5-0. I'm actually one of the guys that leans 5-0. I actually think Izzy, of course, his best round is round 3, but I gave Jan that round. I feel like it was a 5-0 scrap. And Jan completely just made him whiff, made him miss. So Jan did really well. Jan defended once, but we're talking about underrated champions, and no one rates Jan highly, but he did defend against Izzy, had a really good performance against him, outstruck him, and he took out the guy that beat the GOAT. So pretty good. First guy to ever beat Dominic Reyes after Dominic Reyes beat Jones. Just imagine John Jones versus Israel Adesanya. Yeah, that would have been a great fight. All right, let's hear what Carlos Ulberg has to say. Cruz getting pissy on commentary. Is he really? Oh wait, did he actually when his arch nemesis stopped the fight? Fucking Keith Peterson. Very instructive. Damn. Good win for Ulberg. Ooh, he hit him in the back of the head once, really hard. Yep. All right. Who does he want? Put on the cheddar and make it better, baby. Why do they always bring up the fucking Bachelor, man? Like, chill out, man. We don't need to know every time. You don't have to fucking tell us. Who's pound for pound more skilled, Jairzinho or Patty? Goodness, we have Jairzinho in the back locker room on my stream, guys. Say hello to Jairzinho. Good luck tonight, Jairzinho. I am picking against you, but it's good to see you in the stream. I would say you're probably a little higher, man. Jairzinho's higher, yeah. Does Ulberg enter the top 15? Yes, without a doubt. I mean, it's very, very clear at this point that he's going to be a top 15 fighter at light heavyweight. Like with the way he's beating these guys, if you put Ihor Poteria and Nikolai Negumereanu in the cage, they're having a good scrap. I mean, Ulberg's making them look like idiots. So yeah, here we go. D-Rod and Ian Garry. I feel like this is going to be the best fight because the next two after this, they're going to end quickly. But I'm liking the card so far. Quick finishes. Really good card. Quick card to the point. I've been live for 36 minutes and we've had two fights happen already. I guarantee you that Ian Garry and D-Rod are going to be over. That'll be 3 fights in under an hour. Good luck, Jairzinho. Yes, good luck, Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Ian Garry better win, dude. Ian Garry, he better win with the way he's been talking all this shit. Oh, here we go. Oh, Irish MMA. Now we can do it again. There's only one Conor McGregor. I'm not trying to be Conor. Everyone compares me to Conor for all the right reasons. We both talk the talk and we both walk the walk. Dude, it just sucks that he's training in fucking Florida. That's what made Conor so cool. Conor trained in Ireland. Like, I understand. Listen, like, I get it that he's Irish and all that, but he's married to like some Brazilian and he's fucking in Florida, Coconut Creek. If he was training in Ireland, it'd be much better. And why doesn't the UFC go back to Ireland? Is it because Ireland is just completely soy these days? What's the deal? Is that it? Is that why? Did Ireland ban MMA or some shit like that? Because I know Ireland's like a shadow of what it was back in the day. But yeah, Ian Garry, I mean, I'm Irish, but like, I like Conor in part because he's Irish like me, but I also, I don't know. He's not fake Irish at all. I'm not going to say that. He's born in Ireland. He's a whole lot more Irish than I am. That's for sure. Ian Garry TKO round 2. Anyone picking D-Rod in this fight? Ugh. Are the people that pick D-Rod are the same people that pick Kamaru to beat Hamzat? Like, fucking hell. Bro, you know what? Colby fans pick Kamaru to beat Hamzat Chimaev. Colby fans will always pick Kamaru Usman to win against anyone that isn't Colby. Everyone who says things like Colby destroys Cumshot, or I'm sorry, Kamaru's going to take out Cumshot. Anyone saying that, I guarantee you they're a Colby fan. Like, people that use Hamzat's little nickname from Colby, even when they're predicting Kamaru to beat him, like, I'm telling you, man, Colby fans are now Kamaru fans because they want Kamaru to get wins. They don't want Kamaru to lose to anyone because if Kamaru keeps winning, it makes Colby look better. His close fights with Usman. Usman is going to retire after Hamzat finishes him. Yeah, dude, Usman's 100% getting taken out by Hamzat. But yeah, there's just a group of fans that don't understand that age is a real factor. Like, they act like age doesn't exist and fighters are always in their prime. It drives me crazy. Really does. People acting like Usman's not gonna severely decline after the damage he took to his legs. I don't think Conor is serious about fighting again. Fighting at 170 pounds is a telltale sign. Yes, I mean, thank you for the donation, but you don't even need the weight to even know that Conor's not serious. But it is definitely a part of it because, again, he knows he's undersized for 170, and it just means that he doesn't want to put his body through the tough, weight cut. And he also doesn't want to diet that hard. Like, it's hard to just chill in your house and be hungry in your mansion. So yeah, he doesn't want to put the hours in the gym or cut to 155. Yeah, that's true. Conor, I'm going to include him in my most annoying fan base, part 2. I'm going to do Conor. I'm going to do Colby. And I'm going to do Jones. Those are the 3 guys. Leon took Usman's soul with that knockout. Yeah, I mean, and then he 50-45 them, basically, without the point deduction. Please do Jones. Yeah, I'm going to do Jones. I'm going to do that one this week. Hopefully I can get 3 documentaries out this week. The Boogeyman documentary, at the earliest, it'll come out on Monday. And then we have the most annoying fan bases. That maybe I'll do immediately after the Boogeyman documentary. And then I'm going to do the biggest wastes of talent. Who are some other big wastes of talent besides Darren Till? And the waste of talent is not going to be letdowns. It's going to be like guys that had talent and wasted it by partying in Swedish clubs. I'm doing the most annoying fan bases, Colby, Jones. Yeah, we're going to do Colby, Jones, and Connor. I'm not going to do O'Malley just because I feel like O'Malley's fan base is not that loud. Hamzat is a waste of talent. I mean, I considered putting Hamzat in there, but he's still young and still has yet to lose. So guys that are wasting their talent are people that like had talent but wasted it and then came into the octagon and lost because they wasted it. You know, Hamzat's not part of that yet. Uriah Hall, BJ Penn. BJ Penn was a champ. Colby has wasted his prime. I mean, he kind of has. He kind of has. Chandler, yes. Chandler's a wasted talent. Perfect. Chandler and Darren Till are coming into it. Yep. Rory McDonald, wasted talent. Why do you say Rory's a wasted talent? I mean, I know he was never champion, but still very good fighter overall. Tyron Woodley wasted it trying to be a rapper. Yeah. But he was a champion, so he didn't really waste it. You know what I mean? He defended 4 times. Nick Diaz, Rockhold. I don't know. Rockhold doesn't seem like he wasted his talent that much, just that he wasn't that great. He eventually lost. Costa. Yeah, Costa's a wasted talent. There you go. Good pick. Why Mirko? Gon low key. Yeah, Gon is going to be in my wasted talent video because Gon's one of the most talented guys ever, but he'll definitely be in my video. Training at MMA Factory, big mistake. So I'll put Gon in there. I'll put probably, I'm going to do Chandler, Gon, Darren Till. Let me type these names down. Biggest waste of talent. Biggest waste. Till. Kevin Holland. Yeah, Kevin Holland. But Kevin Holland's not that great, though. You know? Kevin Holland's talented, but he's not that talented, you know? Like the Wonder Boy fight, he's made a couple of mistakes and he talks a little bit, but he's not that talented. Like Darren Till literally does not throw anything but his left hand. And Darren Till's a good striker. He doesn't throw anything. That's why it's a waste of talent. Because he has the tools, but he just doesn't do anything in the cage. Zabit? Yeah, Zabit's a waste of talent. Yeah, Zabit could be in it. Never came back. But there are some rumblings about him coming back. KG? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But he's cutting this 170. So maybe he can do better down there. But I don't think he will. I think that 170-pound division's a little too stacked. Has Garry started walking out? No, not yet. There's their stare down. I like how Ian Garry talks shit, though. I mean, like, he does try. And I like a guy who tries, at least. And they're also well-spoken. But, you know, you're not going to catch me making any Ian Garry fan videos for sure. But, you know, he's all right. Habib's not, like, that big of a waste of talent. Like, I'm looking for guys that have failed big time, but had a lot of tools to succeed. Like, Chandler has lost so many fights that he didn't need to lose. Darren Till has just squandered his career by just not being disciplined. Paulo Costa is just, you know, basically given up after one loss. Like, that's what we're talking about here, guys. And he also doesn't grapple where he could. Shabazian is not a waste of talent because he's on a win streak right now. I'm pretty sure Edmund's on like a 2 or 3 fight win streak. Bone Gamin, yeah, Bone Gamin is without a doubt in my video, bro. 100%. He's a waste of talent because he's training in France. Marab is not a waste of talent. Romero is not a waste of talent because he was, well, I mean, he did transition to MMA a little late, but that's because he was doing wrestling and that was his thing. But you're right. If he, I mean, he made his MMA debut or his UFC debut at the age of 36. Imagine if Yoel Romero debuted at the age of 30. He would have been a champion 100%. Because, dude, Romero left the UFC. Like, he probably still would have got back to the title shot, knowing the middleweight division. They had to cut Romero because they were tired of him getting title shots. They were tired of him earning title shots. If Yoel Romero was in that position to where he just couldn't ever go away and he was always going to be lurking around the top 3 as a boogeyman, if he had come to the UFC at 30, bro, they would have never gotten rid of him. The guy would have been champ for like 4 years, without a doubt. Romero has a bad fight. And no, he probably would have been a champ for like 4 or 5 years. I actually agree slightly, but I also disagree. Romero doesn't have terrible fight IQ because he paces himself and he doesn't want to gas out. Like, yes, he has said after his Bellator debut, in which he lost to Phil Davis, that he thought it was a 5-round fight. I think that's just him coping. That's him making excuses. He knew goddamn well it was a 3-rounder. He did terribly and he wanted to make excuses. But in his UFC career, I mean, he just doesn't throw a lot. He's a low output guy, counter striker. I mean, his fight IQ is not amazing, but it's not terrible because he knows how to conserve his energy. Sam Alvey, wasted talent. Interesting. Romero is great and all, but where his Olympic wrestling, man? I mean, he's used it. Like, look at how he took down Machida. Look at how he was able to, keep Derek Brunson down at the end of their fight. Look at how he was able to take Chris Weidman down. He took Weidman down 3 times and stuffed like 7 of 8 of Weidman's takedowns. Like he showed his wrestling. He took Whitaker down a few times in their first fight. Like he showed his wrestling before in the UFC. Not that much, but that's because again, like Yoel had this whole neck surgery and he was also old. It's like if you can knock these middleweights out without using your wrestling, why not? I mean, the only guy to ever really give Yoel a tough fight was Whitaker and obviously Costa, but there's only been 2 that have given him a tough fight. Other than that, not really. I mean, I guess Derek Brunson gave Yoel some issues. He kind of, he was able to have a lot of success early, but then he got brutally finished on the ground and shit his pants. Garam Kutaledze. Garam, I wouldn't say he's a wasted talent just because, like, is he even someone that, like, we care? He's had 2 fights in the UFC, It's not like everyone's on the edge of their seat, like, just praying to God that Garam comes back. Like, we'll be fine if Garam never fights again. I'm telling you, bro. We'll be okay. We'll be just fine. Tim Kennedy almost finished Romero. Yeah, he did. But the round ended. So it's like shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's the MMA game. The round ended. Costa knocked him down, yeah. And yeah, Romero knocked Costa down. Romero won that fight. He won the second and the third round, in my opinion. Do you see Nick Diaz fighting again? I hope he doesn't. Nick Diaz fighting would be a disgrace to the UFC. If he fought in the UFC, that would be horrific. All right. I do not want to see Nick Diaz fight ever again. No. Yeah. Nick Diaz fighting would be really wrong. All right. Keep him away from the cage. I mean, literally, I could probably take him out at this point just based on, youth, speed, explosiveness. So let's not have him in the cage, bro. I definitely couldn't take him out, but you know what I mean? Like anyone who's UFC caliber in his weight class, like finishes him in the first round. What's Garry walking out to? Dude, Garry thinks he's so fucking cool, bro. Look at Gary's little smirk, man. Look at him. Dude, this guy's in love with himself. He probably kisses himself in the mirror every morning. Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, imagine if Garry just gets finished in the first 2 minutes after all the shit that he's talked. Yeah, dude, Matt Brown would finish Nick Diaz in the first minute. Imagine if they imagine if they went through with Hamzat and Nate, but instead, like, Nate pulled out at the last minute and they put Nick Diaz. Imagine if they put Nick Diaz in there with Hamzat. How do you guys think that would go? Nick Diaz and Hamzat Chimaev, UFC 279. Nate pulls out on the day and they throw in Nick Diaz. They pull him out of the street. I guarantee you there would still be Diaz fans saying he wins because he has the advantage, the mental advantage over Hamzat being bamboozled at the last second. Hamzat could literally beat Nick in his sleep, most likely. Ian Garry versus Mitchell Morales. Who wins? Ian Garry versus Mitchell Morales. Mitchell Morales. You mean Michael Morales? Probably Ian Garry. All right, here comes D-Rod. Here comes D-Rod, guys. One of the most unathletic bodies you'll ever see in the welterweight division. Let's go. Ian Garry versus Shavkat. Dude, Shavkat probably beats him. Don't you think it's weird? Nick acts like Nate's father figure, but they are only less than 2 years apart. I mean, I don't know if he acts like his father figure. I think Nate Diaz just like looks up to him. They don't really have like a father son dynamic. Do you think Bo Nickel could beat Israel if he keeps developing? I mean, they'll never fight because Bo Nickel is not going to get there anytime soon. Damn, someone in the background. D-Rod versus Chris Dawkins, who wins? D-Rod probably. I mean, just given Chris Dawkins' whole career, his chin, you know, how he would be severely depleted as well. Instead of him having flabs of fat, he would just have flabs of skin after cutting down to 170. He'd be one of those guys that loses like a few hundred pounds and just has a lot of skin hanging around. I'd go with Daniel Rodriguez via being a little more filled out physique wise. Yeah, D-Rod probably takes him out. Honestly, I would literally pick uh, D-Rod to beat Chris Dawkins. I can't believe D-Rod beat Perry. I can. I mean, Mike Perry back then was not fighting under a BKFC rule set against absolute bums and old washed up Luke Rockhold. Like that was prime Derek Rodriguez. He was good. He was very good back then. D-Rod in his prime was pretty good. Mike Perry, my favorite. Like this shouldn't be a washout. This is not going to be Ian Garry washout. He's saying it will, and maybe he'll get a KO, but if it goes the distance, it should be relatively competitive. Yeah, he even beat Kevin Lee. Yeah, I mean, he easily beat Kevin Lee. I hope Anthony Smith wins so Alex can knock him out. Yeah, but dude, you're telling me you don't think Alex is going to KO Johnny Walker? I mean, Johnny Walker and Pereira would be amazing as well. And that would definitely end in a KO, but I'd love to see Pereira and Anthony Smith. Because Anthony, that would be a more entertaining buildup, way more entertaining than Johnny Walker's too nice. I'd love to see Anthony Smith beef with Alex Pereira and Pereira just be like super confused in the lead up and like, why is this guy talk shit, man? Why he talk shit, man? All right, let's get it. D-Rod and Ian Garry. Here we go. Let's go. Ian Garry said he was going to maul him. I'm going to maul him. Good body kick from Ian Garry. Ooh, good job from D-Rod already. I'm telling you guys, man, this ain't going to be a washout. That jab looked fast. D-Rod looks ready to go. Guarantee you this is going to be a close fight. 29-28. I know I'm judging it based on one jab landed, but that jab looked fast from D-Rod. Landed it right on the nose of Garry. Already got some respect with that. But this time, D-Rod's not fighting a guy with lots of power like Li Jingliang, so he's probably going to open up a little more. Good body shot from D-Rod. D-Rod's body is so awkward. He's got like a big base, big stomach and midsection, but like these tiny little legs and like big traps. Ooh, good jab from Garry, but great right hand from D-Rod. Bro said 29-28 after one punch. Dude, D-Rod looks good if you're not looking at this, and Garry has pillow hands. I'm picking Garry. Let me just get that out of the way before a viral moment comes on when Garry gets a KO after me saying he has pillow hands. I'm picking Garry to win 29-28. Body kick from Ian Garry lands. Good body kick. But Ian Garry is in a much tougher fight right now than he was in his last outing against Song Kanong, who he got dropped by. Ian Garry does not seem to be mauling D-Rod like he said. He looks like he's getting a little taste of some humble pie right now. And against the veteran. Ian Garry whiffing these punches, man. Just missed a 3-punch combo. Missed a little jab there. D-Rod got the average gym bro build. Yeah, he does. He does. Literally the average gym bro build. Tiny legs, some chest day every day. Ooh, good head kick from Ian Garry. Partially lands on the face of D-Rod. Good body shot from D-Rod. Yeah. Ooh, good right hand from Ian Garry. But I telling you, man, good jab from Ian Garry. Rodriguez had a long reach too. He does have the gym bro build, but he does have long arms, which is good for MMA. Oh, I don't like that combo from D-Rod. He's leaving himself open there. When D-Rod throws his hooks, he is very open. Like just be on the lookout for that. I could definitely see Ian Garry taking advantage of that. Ooh, head kick from Ian Garry. Oh, head kick from Ian Garry lands. D-Rod is hurt. Ian Garry's trying to finish him on the ground. Ian Garry, first round finish. He needed a head kick. As I said, pillow hands, but he needed a head kick. He got it done. Good win from Ian Garry. First round KO. Hey, don't even, if I have anyone in my chat saying pillow hands Garry right now to make fun of me, dude, he landed a fucking head kick. I'm just getting that out of the way. Okay, it's a head kick. Great win from Ian Garry, bro. I picked him to get it done, man. Let's get it. Picked him to get it done. Good win from Ian Garry. Great win. First round finish. Wow. First finish he's gotten in a long time, too. So if he lands a flush head kick, he can get it done. He mauled him. I mean, he didn't maul him, but I guess, he kind of did with that finish, I guess, right? Oh, whoa. That was like the Leon Edwards head kick. Hid that right behind a faked right hand. Look at this. Fakes the right. Beautiful head kick. Beautiful. That's like the Robert Whittaker setup, too. Similar to the Whittaker, except he didn't throw the jab first. Beautiful. Look at that setup. That is the Leon Edwards head kick to a T. Same exact technique. Same exact technique. Good pick, good fight. Yeah, I got all my... No, I got the Morano pick wrong, but who gives a fuck about the Morano fight? Yeah. D-Rod seen it coming too. Bro, I'm telling you guys, D-Rod is a little declined, but I think Gary's definitely going to skyrocket to the top 5. But I don't ever see him, becoming a champ. He is open on the feet, and he doesn't have a lot of power in his hands. So D-Rod looks like a post Malone. Not really. I don't see it. But this maybe this will be a breaking out moment on the mic for Ian Garry. We'll see how he handles it. Salt Poppy just got beat by Anthony Taylor. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised. Like, Salt Poppy's good for YouTube boxers. Anthony Taylor's the guy that's been fighting for a while now. Let's look at Misfits Boxing. I know that not Woody's gamer tag. Fucking hell. Boogie lost. Wings of Redemption. I'm happy about that. Yeah, bro. Fucking Salt Poppy, bro. People are overhyping this guy big time. Saying he's like, dude, he's like legit. Yet Anthony Taylor beats him. Dominant performance. Wow. Salt Poppy and his more money, more rounds philosophy definitely fucked him. Interesting. People thought Salt Poppy could beat KSI and Jake Paul. All right. So what's the main event? KSI and dude, who does anyone actually give a fuck about KSI's fights? Like, who gives a fuck? Who even watches KSI, bro? Like, I don't understand his appeal. Who won between Wings and Boogie? Wings of Redemption knocked him out in the second round. TKO'd him. But apparently Boogie didn't do shit. Like, he didn't do anything. Wings TKO'd him. Good win. No cussing. They're on ABC, huh? What's your prediction on Khalil Roundtree versus Chris Dawkins? Yeah, that's the exact same. Really good. And he set it up the same way Leon set up his head kick over Usman. D-Rod's not trash. You got hit with a head kick. Like that happens and you're gonna get KO'd. And he's older. He's declined. I mean, Ian Garry still has pillow hands. He doesn't have a lot of power in his hands. Usman versus Leon too. Yeah. But not at all because it's D-Rod, who's not even like a grappler. But yeah, modern day Usman Leon. The same exact setup. Dude, even Ian Garry's fucking head kick that lands clean. Even his clean landed head kicks aren't enough to knock you out with one shot. You need 30 pillow punch follow-ups. I'm telling you, man. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with Ian Garry. It's just fun to make fun of his power. It just he just has pillow hands. What can I say? Magny? Oh my gosh. He's calling out Neil Magny. That's such a pathetic call out. No one gives a fuck about a Neil Magny fight. Neil Magny is literally the most irrelevant, boring fighter that there ever was in the history of the sport. I don't care about Neil Magny, bro. Get in the cage and fight like Jack Della Maddalena. Let's see who's the better of the two young guns. You know what I mean? Get in the cage and fight someone else. Like, there's so many other fights other than Neil Magny. Fight Vicente Luque, man. Fight someone else. I know Vicente Luque's got something lined up, but like, let's look at the welterweight rankings. Fucking Neil Magny, bro. Like, it's the same thing as Aspinall calling out Tabira, but at least he has an excuse because he's coming off of like a bad injury. Aspinall is. He could have called out Kevin Holland. He could have called out RDA. He could have called out Jeff Neal. He could have called out, let's see. I mean, obviously he's calling out a ranked guy. He could have called out, again, the winner of Madalena and Sean Brady. Could have called out Gilbert Burns, bro. I know actually he trains with Gilbert Burns. But hey, I would have rather of him called out Vicente or RDA, even though they're fighting. I'm picking RDA to beat him, but I guess, to be fair, Neil Magny is the only guy that doesn't have a fight. But like, why not Kevin Holland? Call out Kevin Holland. Holland's ranked number 15. I don't know. Neil Magny's a pathetic call out. But I guess to be fair, it is kind of the only one. Lucas Bias Tracy back at it again. Toby, you literally picked Cejudo to beat Aljamain Sterling. You got that dead wrong. Vicente Luque, it was literally like 4-1. Wasn't even close. Vicente Luque would be a cool call out. And you say that Jamal Hill has the most power at light heavyweight. That's the most comical statement I've ever heard. Saying that Jamal Hill has a lot of power in his hands, dude, he literally punches like Ian Garry. He does? Yeah, he's maybe like the number 3 biggest puncher, maybe the number 4, but definitely doesn't hit harder than Yuri, Jan Blachowicz, or Magomed. You're like the only YouTuber I know that thinks he doesn't have the hardest hands in the division. Bro, Jamal Hill doesn't have the hardest hands in the division. Yuri has the hardest hands. Jamal Hill took 4 rounds of landing clean shots on Thiago Santos. Old man Santos couldn't KO him stiff. Jamal Hill had 5 rounds with, what's his name? Glover Teixeira. Landed flush head kicks. Couldn't KO him. Aldana. Look how terrible this card is. Mike Mallet, Dan Ige on the main card. This is the worst fight. Oh my gosh. That is literally the worst card I've ever seen in my entire life. That card's pathetic. Look how terrible this card is. Oh my God. Here comes Anthony Smith. UFC 289. I'm going to make a video on 289. This is the worst card ever. Thank you for the donation, my man. Luke Trace equals MMA GOAT of everything. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Guru, Joey, bedtime. Yeah, but it doesn't matter who other people say is the hardest hitter. They're wrong. Like, it just, look at his record, look at all of his KOs, and look at the way Yuri KOs people. Like, Yuri hits harder. Simple as. It's like relating Ngannou to Pavlovich. They both hit hard, and Ngannou's the harder hitter. Yuri's the harder hitter. And I guarantee you Jan Blachowicz cracks harder than Jamal. Jamal's, I'm not saying he's not a hard hitter, but like, your favorite fighter doesn't have to be the heaviest hitter. Something about, listen, I know Jamal's your favorite fighter, but like, he doesn't have to be the hardest hitter to be a hard hitter. Like, it's not hating on him to just say he's not the biggest puncher when he's not. Do you buy PPVs or do you stream them? No, I buy them these days, but I think that 289 is going to be the first one that I don't spend a dime on because of how disgustingly bad it is. I split them with a friend. He's not my favorite fighter. He's literally the hardest hit. I mean, whatever. If you want to die on the hill, I guess that's what you're going to do, but he ain't, in my opinion. Jamal hits very clean. He's crisp. He's not the hardest hitter. He's very accurate. He's a volume guy, but he's definitely not cracking harder than Yuri. That's for sure. I can't wait to see Smith go to sleep. Smith ain't going to sleep, dude. And if he does, it's going to be the first time he's gone to sleep since before the UFC. Like, Smith doesn't just go to sleep, bro. He doesn't go to sleep. Smith doesn't sleep ever. He's nocturnal, bro. He doesn't sleep. Smith is getting butchered, battered. Nah, dude. Smith is going to, dude. Oh. We actually get to see this fight next. I'm so hyped, bro. I'm telling you guys, Johnny Walker hasn't got hit since Ryan Spann, and he got, almost finished in that fight. Actually, no, he hasn't got hit since Jamal Hill. Wait, was the Spann fight after? Oh, yeah. The last time he got hit was against Jamal Hill. Like, that's the last guy that hit him. So, of course, he's on a win streak because he hasn't got hit. Wait till he gets hit. He's going to get KO'd, baby. I can't wait to see Anthony Smith pissed off on the mic. Lucas is such a biased casual. You're the one who's biased. There's nothing that I've said that's biased. Like, me saying that Jamal Hill isn't the biggest puncher is not anything that has to do with bias at all. Dude, I'm not biased at all. Like, you can say that I'm biased, but like, tell me which of my takes is biased. Like, you use the word incorrectly all the time. That's not how I use the word. If you want to call me biased, then you should at least bring it up in the case of where I like really like a fighter and I dislike another one and I have a take on that. Okay, tell me which ones. Tell me which ones are biased. Like, tell me right now how I'm being biased about Jamal Hill, please. I'd love to know how I'm being biased. Like Izzy. All right. You can bring up Izzy. I don't like Izzy. But then I'll give you facts to back up everything that I said in my prediction, including how I predicted Izzy would win. So I wasn't being biased there. I literally said this is how Izzy wins, and he got it done. Izzy Pereira, 4th fight. Was I biased when I picked Pereira to beat him the third time, their first fight in the UFC? And Was I biased when I said that Izzy could get the win by KO in under 2 rounds? If he wants to get the KO, he can finish Pereira in under 2 rounds up against the fence. That wasn't a very biased take from me, was it? So you're going to have to do better than that. How were they biased? Just wondering if I actually predicted the finish in my video and I said, I'm picking Pereira. There's only 2 people you can pick. The outcomes of these fights can only go one way. It's the fight game. You don't really know what's going to happen. But if Izzy gets the win, it'll be exactly this. And that's what happened. So you can't tell me I was being biased. Calling the guy who does fight analysis and commentary every week. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man, if these guys had their own fucking channels, like, they'd be getting 90% of their picks wrong, dude. Do you hate Smith? I don't hate Smith. I'm just not I'm not a big supporter of his antics. Yuri Ankalaev and Jan would all smoke Jamal. I mean, like, most likely, but Toby, I think you're just coping with the fact that you're a huge Jamal Hill fan and you hate that anyone would bet against him. If anything, you're probably more biased than me. You said Pereira is a better striker than Izzy. He outstruck him in literally every fight. Pereira outstruck Izzy in the second fight. Their first fight in the UFC, he outstruck him. Look at the rounds on the feet. He outstruck him in the rematch. Look at the striking exchanges. He got caught with a KO. Not being biased, when you're 0-3 to someone up until your fourth fight and you've gotten outstruck on the feet, you're the one who's being biased. Just tell me that Pereira's not the better striker. So, yeah. Alex is a better striker than Izzy. Yeah, dude. Like, to say Izzy's a better striker when he needed a little KO chance, he needed a puncher's chance to win. And I'm actually joking with that for sure. He set it up beautifully with skill, but Izzy's the guy that needs a KO. Alex Pereira is a better striker when it comes to the long game. Like, outstriking someone, comes to outpointing someone, it comes to out kickboxing them. Alex Pereira is always the better guy. Period. He's not 0-3 though. Yeah, he is 0-3 on paper. Dude, bro, so you know how biased you have to be to say Izzy's the better striker when he's only won 1 out of 4 fights? You know how biased you have to be saying that Izzy's the better striker when he's 1-3 against one guy? All right, dude, I'm done with this combo. Like, you're just gonna lose this debate every time. You're just gonna lose this debate every time. Like, I'm coming out with much better points than you. All you got to do is, yeah. Look at the fights. Alex Pereira is outstriking Adesanya in their first MMA fight. Clear as day. Adesanya was winning rounds based on hurting him one time on the feet. It's not called outstriking someone. That's just having one moment in the span of 5 seconds and taking him down. Pereira beat him pillar to post in the 5th round, beat him in the 2nd round, was outstriking him before Izzy landed the takedown in the 3rd. The only round Izzy outstruck Pereira in that fight was the 4th. 1 round outstriking Pereira, outstruck Izzy in 3. Boom. Yeah. Toby, stop. You're just a big fanboy. Toby, use the word biased a lot. You're the most biased person that's been in my chat, if anything. Like, you're constantly calling me biased. I think you know that you're biased. Yeah, you're an Izzy fanboy. Like, straight up, dude. You're a Jamal Hill fanboy. All right, here we go. Did he just say he wants to be a 2-division champ? Oh, here's Anthony Smith. I'm through standing in line. The clubs I'm never getting. It's like the top of the rankings. I'm never getting. I ain't gonna get a title shot ever again. I'm through standing in line of rankings I'm never getting. It's like the bottom of the rankings. I'm never gonna win. Yeah, I'm Anthony Smith. I ain't never fighting for a belt again. I'm gonna take my ranking spot and down. I'm gonna drop number 7 now. Cause we're all gonna be journeymen singing journeyman. I'm a journeyman. Anthony Smith. All right, let's get him, man. Dude, here comes Johnny Walker. Dude, Walker's gonna come out dancing, dude. Walker always comes out dancing, bro. This is gonna be great. Walker's gonna destroy him. I mean, either one of these guys is about to get destroyed. Like Walker either gets KO'd and subbed, or Anthony Smith gets KO'd. But Anthony hasn't been KO'd since before the UFC. The last time he was finished was against Magomed, which was a TKO, against Glover, which was a TKO. But he has not gotten KO'd in a long time. Johnny by TKO first round. It's definitely possible. Johnny Walker's the only real person in the UFC. He's very real, for sure. Did you see John versus Stipe being targeted for 295 at MSG? I'm excited for that. Hopefully they stack the card, because these cards that we're going to get for the summer are looking pretty piss poor. Let's look at Instagram. Where did you see that info? You do what you're told. Ian Garry. Here comes Walker. Yeah, there are some Instagram pages you just can't trust. Here comes Johnny. Johnny Walker. Shit, man. Why even bring a mouthpiece, bro? Johnny Walker should not even bring the mouthpiece. If he gets hit once, it's over anyway. I mean, I guess, that one time his teeth could go out, but it's not like he's taken more than one shot to the face. Johnny trains with Connor's team, so maybe he'll get the dub. Dude, Connor's team is trash, though. Like, that's not a good thing. He's friends with Connor's coach, which might be mentally good for him to, like, being trained by a good team. But as far as actually leveling up and having a high skilled gym and good training partners, training at training in Ireland is just not great. There's Funk Master and Jamal. Dude, I wish he walked out to some better music. Like the music's okay, but it's not great. These ESPN cards are trash. Dude, this card has been great so far. It's been moving quickly. I've been live for it. Dude, we've already seen 3 fights. We've had 3 finishes. And every single one of these fights has ended in the first round. So like 3 first round finishes on the main card is fantastic. Here we go. Yeah, Johnny's great. All right, here comes the GOAT, Anthony Smith. Here comes Mr. Chip on his shoulder on paper. Imagine if Smith walked out with a piece of paper, writing on a piece of paper, and then he rips it up and he gives a little Anthony Smith. He does a little fucking roar with while fucking writing down something on paper, Smith. That would be a great way to lean in on the joke. I wish he would do that. I wish he would bring in a piece of paper, or at least give his coaches a piece of paper. And if he gets a finish, he should bring it out in the post-fight speech. So we'll see. Here comes Smith. He's not walking out to his usual song. Isn't this song like something, the Return of the Mac? Oh, yeah. It is. Yeah, here he comes. Here comes Anthony Smith. Here comes Smith, thinking he's the coolest man on the face of the earth. Dude, his excuse is going to be that he didn't sleep. I guarantee it. The most Nebraska lock. Delusional Smith. Wow, he looks very nervous. He looks like he's already planning his excuses, doesn't he? I thought he was coming in with some rage, man. What's the deal? He looks too happy all of a sudden. Smith is jam. His excuse is going to be that a fan grabbed his hand too hard. Man, you're like a man. When I cried, return of the man. The big bald baby Anthony Smith. There's Smith's family, his daughter, and his wife. Oh, not the best place to bring your family, huh? I always think it's a little bit weird that these guys have their family front row. I mean, especially their kids, but at least his kid is like a little older than, being like a little kid. Like Alex Burr's kids were really young. There's Jamal Hill. Yeah, Smith is looking calm. He's looking calm. You're like a man. I know what I do. Return of the man. Return of the man. Return of the man. Return of the Jamal. Barry. Yeah, Toby's fucking having a great time watching Jamal Hill right now. Smith is the type of guy to get KO'd and say he isn't as good as he thinks. Yeah, pretty much. That's the excuse. He's already thinking about them in his head. But I think he's gonna get it done, guys. He's gonna drop Johnny Walker and submit him. He's gonna get him with a triangle. That's how I think Smith's gonna get it done. Triangle from Smith. Maybe from on bottom. We'll see. Neil Magny has a fight lined up, and I checked last night. Who's this fight lined up with? Okay, here we go. Let's go. Why didn't Smith shake Walker's hand? He's just, he's just trying to get himself fired up and give him an excuse to be pissed off. Smith has finished every fight except his UFC debut. That's actually a bit impressive. Yes, exactly. And he's only got beat by really, really good fighters. So Johnny Walker, if Johnny Walker beats Anthony Smith, this would be the worst opponent that's ever beat Anthony, unless Johnny Walker goes on to beat a bunch of guys after this. So this is a step down in competition for Smith. Oh, not a step down, but it's a step up for Walker. Smith has beat guys like Johnny before. He's beat Ryan Spann. He's taken those guys out. So he should beat Johnny. You should submit him. Johnny is big, though. Look at him. But, we'll see if he gets hit. We'll see if he gets hit. Everyone's saying, but Johnny's got a good chin these days. Like, no, he doesn't. We'll see. 6'6" guy that fought at welterweight. What? No, I did not see that. Anthony Smith is better than John Jones, but on paper, of course. Yeah, on paper, he has all the tools to beat Jones, of course. Anthony Smith, man. It's going to be so awkward if I get this wrong, guys. He looks nervous, man, but, I think everyone would get nervous to fight Johnny. Smith will lose. We'll see. I mean, I think I'm liking Smith's experience here. I think Johnny's going to get countered and dropped. We'll see. Smith's tough. If Johnny knocks him out, it's going to be with something crazy. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Johnny Walker in the middle in kickboxing range. I like Smith here. This is where Smith is dangerous for a guy like Johnny, but this is where Walker is very dangerous. If Johnny wants to have success outside of a brutal KO, I think he should chop at those legs of Smith. I'm nervous watching this one. I'm real nervous watching this one. This is going to end with a KO. Good leg kick from Johnny. Ooh, almost got tagged there, Johnny. Almost got tagged there. We'll see how that chin's looking if you get hit. Johnny Walker throws a front kick up the middle. Anthony's got to be careful with the kicks and the flying knees. Good leg kick, hard leg kick from Johnny Walker. Anyone else super nervous? My heart rate is through the roof right now. They're just in the... Ooh, good right hand for Smith. Partially lands. Both guys looking very calm. Johnny also very measured, only throwing a couple of leg kicks. No wild moves from Walker yet. No takedowns, no grappling. Smith is getting backed up a little bit here. Looks like Smith is trying to parry that hand. Smith switching stances a little bit. Johnny Walker lands a nice front kick. Oh, Smith. Ooh, Johnny throws a flying knee after throwing a missed head kick. Ooh, there's a good shot from Smith. Oh, Smith got hurt. Oh, he hurt. He punched Walker too. 2 leg kicks from Johnny. Both guys tag each other, but Smith got a little more hurt. Johnny lands a good jab there. Good kick from Walker. Good body kick from Walker. Smith getting backed up to the fence. Both guys landed. Walker took a decent shot from Smith. But Smith looks like Smith has recovered a little bit. Smith should not rush in on Walker right now while Walker's explosive. This is a very tense fight. More so because I'm nervous that my pick is going to come untrue right now. Johnny's right hand is looking pretty crisp, honestly. Johnny throws another flying knee, but looks like Anthony's just, I don't know. Typical Anthony Smith, right? Nothing great, nothing terrible. Johnny Walker lands a good body kick and a jab. Smith lands a good jab and a front kick up the middle. Good right hand and a front kick, but Anthony's not putting a lot on the end of these shots. Looks like he's really just trying to survive right now. Lands a nice right hand. Smith got kicked in the balls. Here come the excuses. Anthony Smith's already got the excuse on paper. He got kicked in the balls. His leg is smoke. Oh, dude, you just brought up the leg. Yeah, he's been taking some leg kicks. Smith partially landed that. Dude, imagine if Smith hurt his leg. He just can't plant his leg. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Leg kicks are his downfall. All right, so I don't want anyone, if Smith loses, I don't want anyone to sit here and tell me that I didn't predict this is how Johnny Walker beats him. Imagine if Smith tells his coaches, my leg's done. My leg's done. This is not looking good for Smith. Dude, he got kicked in the nuts. It's not going to be terrible. His legs don't look terrible right now. But Johnny would be wise to continue to go to those leg kicks. Let's see if Smith can even get out of the first round. Ooh, good crane kick from Walker. Oh! Dropped Anthony Smith. Oh, no! He's on the single leg! And he takes Walker down. No, this is where Walker's dangerous. Anthony Smith on the single leg. Trying to wrestle him. He's on top of Walker. Anthony's on top. He's in half guard. That was crazy. He got dropped by Walker. Now he's in half guard. He's got a minute and 10 seconds to make something happen, but Johnny Walker's big. He's a hard guy to hold down. Woo! It's not over, bro. It's not over. This is ideal for Anthony. He got clipped with a big shot by Walker. Walker's so dangerous early. Smith turning into God right now. What do you mean he's turning into God? On paper, he's turning into God. And on paper, he dropped Johnny there. But Johnny's won the round, clearly, if Smith doesn't submit him. And I don't think Smith is going to submit him. It's a good position from Smith. But he's not able to make anything happen as of yet on the ground. He's just going to hold Johnny down, try to survive the round. But hey, he got hit with a big shot. Oh, yeah, it's Walker's round, clearly. Walker just dropped him. And even before that, it was Walker's round. Anthony Smith looks like he's just taking a breather. But Smith really, he looked like he was in the same position as Paul Craig. That's how Paul Craig got KO'd. He held on to the single leg for way too long, and Walker just beat his ass. Walker's back up to his feet. And now Walker takes Smith down at the end of the round. And that's the end of the round. Walker 1-0 on Anthony Smith. Dropped Smith badly. I mean, goddamn, Walker is looking pretty decent, man. Smith, let's see if he landed a big shot. Smith landed a couple grazing shots on Walker, but that's the shot. Oh, nice. Ooh, landed 2 hooks. Threw the right hook and the left. Damn, 2 hooks perfectly timed for Johnny. Anthony Smith is looking a little slow, but we'll see, man. Johnny's looking a little tired here. Oh, I got scared. I was like, did the stream just shut off? Walker hit him on the temple. That's nasty. Yeah, on each temple. Yep. Why do you call him on paper Smith? Because he's gone on to say, like, on paper, he should beat a bunch of opponents. Like, he said that in the lead up to a lot of his fights. And he said that, like, on paper, John Jones is not that great. But when he mixes it all up, he's amazing. Crazy round. Yeah, that's a crazy round. That's Walker's round for sure. I mean, it's not looking good for Anthony Smith, but we'll see. Almost a first round TKO. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, here we go. Let's hope that Walker, runs himself into something, because right now it's looking like Anthony's not doing too well. Anthony is not outclassing him, that's for sure, because he's getting outstruck on the feet. But we'll see. This is where the experience comes into play. But again, we'll see how that chin's looking from Anthony, because he did get dropped. It's not a great sign, and he's looking a little tentative. He's trying to check these kicks. You look at Anthony's lead leg, bouncing that up, trying to prepare for those leg kicks that are going to come from Johnny. Oh, I got hit with another hard leg kick. Anthony Smith does not check these kicks very well. Oh, big right hand for Anthony Smith, but Johnny took it well. Johnny took it well. He's eating those shots. Hey, he's proven me wrong with his chin there. That was the first big shot Smith landed, and Johnny took it well. Oh, good jab for Anthony. Yeah, Smith is just eating these leg kicks. Like, damn, dude. I'm telling you, Johnny Walker's eating these getting these leg kicks. This is his path to victory. Just chew up the legs. Good jab from Smith again. But Smith just doesn't have a lot of pop in his hands, and also he doesn't have a lot of sting in it because of his legs right now. And Johnny's chin, better than I expected. I have to admit that right now. I did not expect him to be able to take some of these shots. So this is the first time he's taken a shot since Ryan Spann. Or since Jamal Hill. And he's eating them well. Smith is looking really good. Little check lead left hook for Anthony Smith, but he's just eating all these kicks. Good right hand for Anthony Smith again. Anthony Smith looks like he's doing all right with the boxing, but I'm worried about his legs. He's just getting them torn up to shreds by Johnny. Good leg kick from Anthony Smith. Good leg kick from Johnny Walker. Good front kick from Anthony. I don't know. I think it's Anthony's round so far, given that he's landed more shots on the feet. Johnny checked that kick, I think. I think Johnny checked that. Anthony Smith threw a leg kick. Johnny checked it. Did Johnny check that one too? Ooh, 2 hard leg kicks for Johnny. I like Johnny's approach with these leg kicks. That him and his team did a great job. I feel like he just checked that kick from Anthony. Anthony's Anthony's leg kicking and checking game is just terrible. Oh, good shot. Good right hand from Smith. Lands on the glove though. Good leg kick from Johnny Walker again. He's just beating up Smith's legs. Good little overhand from Johnny and a jab and another jab from Johnny. We tagged Johnny there, Anthony. Tagged him there with the right hand. But I'm liking Johnny. He's picking up the pace a little bit. And Smith looks a little lethargic because he's slowing down with getting his legs destroyed. Johnny's really taken away his base. He checked that kick, Anthony. Finally. Good body kick from Johnny Walker. But Anthony's taking these. It's looking like Johnny Walker's winning this fight. Ooh, Anthony throws the leg kick and misses big. Dude, Anthony looks terrible right now. He looks so bad on the feet. I just set in. It just set in that he's not going to get better from here on out. He's looking really bad. He's looking gassed. I feel like he's gonna pull out the excuses after this. Johnny checked that kick and landed his own. When Anthony starts smiling in front of his opponents after getting kicked, you know it's bad. It just set in. Anthony's really not looking good today. Good body kick from Smith. Is Johnny talking to him? Oh, Johnny's talking to him. He said he's too fast for him. Johnny's talking to him. Yeah. Oh, look, Anthony. He said you were attacking my family. He said you were attacking my family. Anthony Smith just said to Johnny Walker, you were attacking my family? What? Oh, they're talking. They're having a full-blown combo right now. What the heck is going on? Oh, Johnny checked that kick, and he's starting to bully Anthony with these leg kicks. He's starting to bully Anthony. Get him out of there. Do you guys hear this? Do you guys hear this? Johnny Walker started talking shit, and Smith literally said, you were attacking my family. Like, what? Anthony's literally making this up mid-fight because he knows he's losing. Anthony, it is set in not only for me too, but he's losing this fight, and now he's already started the cope train. The cope train has started, guys. You're attacking my family. What? What the heck is he talking? But this is entertaining. This is like the best thing I've ever seen. Like they're actually having a full-blown argument right now in the cage. 2-0 Walker. Yeah, it's 2-0 Walker pretty clearly. Looks like he's going to get the decision victory or a third round KO. And hey, I'm rooting for him at this point. But yeah, well, looks like Walker's going to get it done. Bro has lost his mind. Smith just started coping in the middle of the octagon. Wow. That's crazy. Like I didn't think the Anthony Smith show would continue into the fight too. That's nuts. Oh my gosh. He thinks he's fighting the intruder, bro. No way. I think we'll see. Smith retires after this. He'll put the gloves down and then say he made a big mistake. And oh, good. Looks like Smith is going to go for the finish, but I feel like Smith's going to get finished here. We'll see because he's looking slower than ever. Oh, Smith caught him with a big shot there. Let's see if they continue to talk trash. You were attacking my family. Oh, Smith just looks so slow. Walker's looking good right now. Smith lands a shot on the back shoulder of Johnny Walker, missing big. Yeah, Johnny can fight moving backwards, huh? 4 minutes away from getting my pick wrong. Anthony landed a good right hand there, but he's just getting his legs torn to shreds. Oh, what is up with Smith's eye? Is he going to start? Imagine if Smith calls it quits here just to screw Walker over with an eye poke. Smith be acting weird. He does act weird all the time. Shit, man. Uh, Lucas prediction, Tracy. Dude, I've gotten literally 6 out of my last 7 main events right. I know this isn't a main event, but this is the first pick I'm going to get wrong that, I made a whole video about in a long time. Good leg kick from Smith. Yeah, Johnny Walker is doing a nice job of getting out of the way of those shots. And he looks like he has a lot more pep in his step right now. Good front kick to the body from Anthony Smith. But, I mean, not really. It had no sting on it. Ooh, Smith barely gets out of the way of that crane kick. Oh, he just rocked Johnny Walker. He rocked Johnny Walker with a right hand. But Walker looks like he's recovering a little bit. But I feel like Smith needs to make something happen now. Oh, I wonder if Bisping is watching this. I wonder if Bisping is. Wow, Johnny Walker just continuing to get his legs torn apart. Bisping is watching it. Ooh, Anthony just. Anthony and his legs, bro. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. His leg is so screwed. Anthony needs to go in for the kill. He needs to try to KO him now. I mean, if he wants to win, that is. Like, if he's just content to survive, of course, I understand. But if he wants to win, he needs to go for it. But his leg is screwed. I feel like Johnny should try to take him down now, if anything. Just cruise it out to a decision. Ooh, another hard low kick from Johnny. Hey, you know what? People are going to shit on me for getting this pick wrong, but at the end of the day, I said Johnny Walker's path to victory was leg kicks. Right? So I got it. I mean, I at least said what his path to victory was. I didn't say it was a KO. I said it was leg kicks. And this is what he was able to get it done with. He's beating Anthony up now. Come on, just get up. Get up to your feet. Nah, get up to your feet. Don't get finished like this. Don't get finished like this. Come on. Don't get finished like this. Well, I don't think Keith Peterson's going to finish this right now. He's going to let Anthony get up. Oh, Anthony, it's over. It's so over. Anthony has to land a fluke KO to win this right now. Oh, embarrassing for Smith. Yeah. He looked so bad after the. He just can't check leg kicks. Hey, I'm honestly just going to get mad because people will act like I never brought the leg kicks up. Like this was Johnny Walker's path to victory. I've said it many times. I said Johnny Walker wins by kicking Smith's legs, and that's exactly how he was able to get it done. Anthony needs to go for it. But, I mean, even if he does, he's so slow. Walker's just beating him up in the 3rd round. And Smith tagged him in this round too. Wow. Ooh, did he land a flying knee there? Oh, he landed a flying knee. Wow. Anthony Smith got destroyed. Let's see what Michael Bisping has to say. Wow. Bisping. What do they mean? Bisping just said big factor. Yeah, he got destroyed, guys. I mean, anyway, I got the pick wrong, but at the end of the day, I predicted Johnny Walker's path to victory to be leg kicks. So sucks that I picked Smith, but I'm happy for Johnny Walker. And we'll see how Smith tries to weasel his way out of this one. We'll see if he owns up to it. Yeah, on paper, Anthony won. On paper, he won. But yeah, guys, this is crazy. Anthony Smith cannot take a leg kick. Good pick, clown. I mean, I literally said Johnny Walker would win if he kicks Smith's legs to pieces. Smith doesn't defend leg kicks, and he's terrible when he gets kicked. This is Johnny Walker's path to victory. People that were picking Johnny Walker were picking him to KO Smith, maybe sub him. I knew that he was probably going to have to kick the legs, and yeah, good fight. No, I'm not coping. That you're using the word. You're using the word incorrect. You're using the word incorrectly. Coping would be if I'm admitting, like, if I'm trying to tell you guys that I was right. I was not right. I got the pick wrong. But I was right in saying that Johnny Walker's path to victory was to kick the legs. I was right there. Yeah, Johnny Walker did a really good job. But let's pull up my I see the way that he gets. Of course, Johnny was extremely tough. That was a great win. I understand that he's getting wins over the guys an issue, and I think that if Johnny Walker. Here we go. And then he beat Ryan Spann, he beat Jimmy Crute, he beat Devin Clark. Alexander Rakic beat Anthony Smith. Again, the leg kicks are an issue. And I think that if Johnny Walker wants to win this fight, because I'll just get into how I think he can win, I think he should go at the legs and commit to a lot of leg kicks early. Because if I'm looking at tape on Anthony Smith, he doesn't really check a lot of leg kicks. And what he'll do is when he gets kicked to the leg, he likes to respond. He likes to get it back. And his leg kicks are not nearly as powerful as Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker looks like he can, jump through. Yeah, so I said that in my prediction video, Johnny Walker's path to victory was the leg kicks, and that's exactly how he won. So, yeah. I'm just trying to tell people I ain't no fool, bro. I picked Anthony. I thought he would, be able to finish Johnny, and he couldn't. So, good win for Johnny Walker. I'm happy that he got it done. Anthony Smith is a prick. And Anthony told him in the cage, Lucas with the receipts. He can take a big punch. Smith needs to retire. Walker versus Pereira next. Yes, Walker and Pereira would be great. Smith by KO. I never picked Smith by KO. I picked Smith by submission. I never picked him by KO. But yeah, I mean, I thought that Johnny Walker wouldn't be able to eat a big shot because he has never taken a big shot in his whole UFC career. But now he has. Thank you for the donation, though. I appreciate the donation, Saucy Dough. I appreciate it. But yeah, Jamal Hill. Toby, it's your guy, huh? Yeah. Guys, I'm not coping. I literally predicted Johnny Walker's path to victory in my prediction video that I got wrong. All right. Johnny Walker faking doing his little flop. Good win from Johnny. Made 100 times better. Made 100 betting against Smith fight after your vid came out. Cope harder. Great. I'm sure that you also may have seen the part where I predicted Johnny Walker to be able to get the win if he were to use his leg kicks heavily, and he did. So good for him. There's Derek Brunson, Bumson. Let's see who else they show. Thank you for the donation, though. Guru calling you out right now. Okay, whatever. I mean, I literally predicted Johnny Walker to be able to win by leg kicks, but it is what it is. Be prepared for the excuses on the Bisbing podcast. Hey, I'll be happy about it. Bro, this Toby is straight up Lucas's #1 fan in his head rent free. I mean, pretty clearly, right? The only guys to beat Hill is Magomed, Yan, or Rakic. Yeah, but he could possibly beat all of those guys as well. I mean, yeah, I think so. I don't think he could really. Well, he could beat Yan, but yeah. Smith is not retired. Never mind. Smith about to lose again. Damn, dude. Smith got his ass kicked. Guru called me out. What did he say, bro? Guru needs to call out the treadmill. Guru calling you out. Let's do a fight. Really? No, he's not calling me out, is he? Let's see what he's saying. L pick. I mean, guys, in my prediction video, I'll just go back to it to remind some new people that are joining the stream. Let's go to the prediction video real quick. Alexander Rakic beat Anthony Smith. Again, the leg kicks are an issue. And I think that if Johnny Walker wants to win this fight, because I'll just get into how I think he can win, I think he should go with the legs and commit to a lot of leg kicks early. Because if I'm looking at tape on Anthony Smith, he doesn't really... As I said, bro, I know the game. I predicted it right. Ah, man, let's cope harder. Bro, I'm not coping. I literally got the pick wrong. What can I say? Why don't you show the first half of the video? I mean, the first half of the video is just it's just a bunch of jokes. I got the pick wrong. Copus Tracy, Copium, LMAO, let it go. I am letting it go. It is what it is. Yep. You're only proving that you play both sides of the fence. No, I picked Johnny to lose and I got it wrong. Okay. I just always want to let people know that if I predict the guy to lose, I usually say how they could win, and the way that they could win is the exact way that they do win if I get my pick wrong. So, yeah. Who cares? It is what it is. Guru sent me to say get back to copying. I guess he's the only one that invented MMA picks, right? But no one else other than him could ever come up with a pick, right? I don't need to copy anyone. He knows his shit. I know my shit. And the reason why I watch his channel is because he thinks a lot of the same things that I do. He's one of the best guys at talking about MMA. That's that. Is it a thought? I don't remember you picking Jones by submission. I actually said that John Jones would have to make it really boring to win the fight. Bro thought Wash Smith was winning. I mean, after the second round, I thought that he was probably going to lose, to be fair. Trace, you did it like GSP. GSP analyzed how Charles was going to win with more ways, but at the end, GSP picked Chandler doing a KO analysis. Awesome, but his pick was wrong. Interesting. I don't even remember GSP picking the Charles and Chandler fight. How do you feel about Guru cooking you? I didn't see it. I just went to his live. I guess I'll have to check it out later. Smith had so many chances to KO him, and it sadly did not happen. I mean, dude, his legs were screwed. Johnny Walker did a really good time at chewing up the legs. I don't get why everyone's giving you such a hard time for getting picks wrong. Okay. All right, bro. Good one. How do you feel? They are still cooking you in the live chat. I'm sure they are. They're bringing up my name. It is what it is. Walker's chin did not look bad at all. Yep, it didn't look bad. He took big shots. All right, time for the main event. Thanks for making me $100 on this fight. I usually put money on the opposite of your picks. Oh, okay, so who did you pick for the main event last weekend? Just wondering. Yeah. Just wondering, who did you bet on last weekend? Did you bet on Cejudo? And before that, did you bet on Arnold Allen? Did you bet on Cheeto or Leon Edwards? Maybe? No? Did you bet on Volkanovski? Just wondering. Because you say you're picking against my picks. I think Anthony Smith is going to retire, but they didn't give him a camera. They didn't give him the camera. I know. It would have been good. Lucas is a bit salty. I mean, I'm only salty because of the chat, bro. I'm not actually that salty. Like, it is what it is. I'm happy that Johnny Walker got the win. Thank you for joining the Lucas Tracy MMA club, bro. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Bro, Lucas doesn't realize people say this to troll. Yes, I understand. I do realize it fully well. Smith will win his next fight on paper. Yeah. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we'll just be able to hear the excuses. Now's the time to talk. Now we get the talk, man. We have the fights, we have the predictions, and now we get the talk. All right. That's the best part of the MMA game. We get to talk about the stuff now. So I am waiting for the next Believe You Me podcast that probably won't be in. Smith is not going on that podcast for about another month. I'm going to tune into the Bisbing live stream. Let's look at it. Shit, bro. Yeah. Bisbing's just, saying what he's got to say. Let's go, Lionheart. Jesse's friends with Lionheart too. Fuck, man. Picking Anthony Smith is always a big mistake. Papa Jairzinho's home. Jairzinho. Let's see how he does. I'm picking him to get submitted in the first round, but we'll see. Interesting how Smith and Johnny Walker's the only fight that didn't end with a finish. I love an Adesanya Pereira 2/4 end on Tracy went from 60 people on stream to 400 in seconds. I didn't have 60 people on stream. I think I had like 160, but yes, it went to about 400 in seconds. So I'm picking Parker Porter for the main event. I mean, to be honest, like the main event kind of just happened. This is a fight that just doesn't really have the same feel. I'm not really going to get nervous for this. I know that Jairzinho is going to go in there and get taken down in the first round. But let's see how it goes. Here comes the most sauced up fighter to ever exist. Who you got for the main event? I'm rocking with Almeida. Almeida, first or second round submission or TKO on the ground. Bro, it's not that bad to have 60 people on stream. I have 0. I know. I'm just saying I remember how many people I had on stream during the main event. How far do you think Jailton can go? Probably, maybe as of right now, he could probably just crack the top 5 and stay there for a while or become a champion. Like, we'll see. If he can take out Jairzinho, like, and not even get hit and just make it look super easy, then maybe he'll do that to everyone. But, I mean, Jairzinho is a striker. He's not that great. He's been taken down by worse grapplers like Plotty Man, Curtis Blades. So we'll see. Ian, what's Ian? I don't know what that is. Whole chat was picking Pereira by KO. I picked Izzy. Izzy won. I'm smarter than the average. Okay. Toby, why don't you make a channel, bro? Like, if you think your takes are so great and unbiased, make a channel. Let's see how you do. How much does Ian, I took my wife's name, Mick Garry, stock go up after today? I would say it goes up a little bit, but like the casual fans don't really know who he is yet. So yeah, Ian Garry will get some clout once he beats a guy that like people actually think is respectable and in their prime. Like as far as I'm concerned, Ian Garry's beat a bunch of old men and noobs. So he needs a bigger win to get a lot of respect. But his stock definitely went up a little bit for the hardcore fans for sure. But again, his wins aren't that great. Smith might be the most overrated light heavyweight in a while. I mean, dude, Smith's not that overrated, but like I figured if he landed a shot on Johnny, he would be able to put him down. But Johnny Walker's chin was better than I expected. And as I expected, Smith's weaknesses caught up with him again. He cannot deal with leg kicks. That's how it goes. Cannot deal with them. I figured that Anthony would at least be able to land a shot early, but he looked like shit. And Johnny Walker looked good. So he proved me wrong. Do you guys think the heavyweight division is just a skill cemetery? Good way to put it. I think it is. I mean, Kinda. Jeff Neal was a smart call out. I think it's an easy matchup for Garry. Jeff Neal, he did not call out Jeff Neal. And I don't think it's an easy matchup for Garry. Jeff Neal is a chin of granite. Uh, he is a really good boxer, really underrated striker. I think that's a very dangerous fight, but it would be an interesting call out. I'm pretty sure Jeff Neal called out Gilbert Burns, but Ian Garry chose the worst fighter to call out Neil Magny. Like, no one gives a fuck about a Neil Magny fight. Even when Burns fought Magny, it just didn't feel like an interesting fight because it's Magny. So, bro, who's this Derek Lewis? Derek Lewis. I don't know, bro. Here comes Rosenstruik. Yo, that was a good. Remember, Izzy can do your job. You can't. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's a funny quote though. But yeah, Toby, let's see if you can rock off with the channel, man. You like to do all these. You like to talk. You like to make predictions. Make them public. Make them public. Lucas, I will start a channel making compilations of your L's. Okay. Good luck. Lucas got a slow fan base. I feel bad. You're literally in every single one of my fight night streams. Like, you're literally one of them. But okay. Like, you watch all my shit, bro. But all right. If you're just gonna come here to call me biased all the time, you're always watching this shit. Toby versus Lucas fight should happen. All right. Bro just called out his own fan. That's Toby, bro. Makhachev would submit Rosenstruik probably. Guru versus Lucas, 5-round main event. Lucas, do you do jiu-jitsu? No, I'm not really into it. How did your Izzy hatred start? I mean, I don't really hate the man, but ever since he fought Robert Whittaker, I stopped liking him in the lead up to that fight when he was shit talking Robert Whittaker. Had the most boring fight ever with Yoel. Humped Paulo Costa in the cage. Still got overhyped after getting outstruck and outclassed by Jan Blachowicz. Like, those 4 fights sold the deal for me. Yeah. Those 4 fights. After the Costa fight, I was no longer a fan. What kind of anecdotal evidence? Almeida is getting an easy submission. Yeah. But Almeida is looking, as crazy as this sounds, he's looking a little undersized, but we'll see. We'll see how he looks when he's actually like in the same camera frame as Jairzinho, because right now up against the cage, he just doesn't look like a heavyweight. Now I'm going to go and watch real fighting and see KSI, Joe Formier. I wish we had, this is the sad thing about these early fights. I wish we had more time, man. I really do. Because it's like after this, it feels like the whole day is over and it's still daytime. So, I mean, he is 30 pounds lighter than Rosenstruik. Rosenstruik is not 6'4". Yeah, he's 6'2". They relisted him at 6'2", it looks like. Okay, there we go. They finally got his height right. Imagine Almeida got KO'd cold in the first exchange. I would be really interested to see that. But I doubt it. Looks like Jailton's going to run through him. It's 11 p.m. for me. I feel great. Oh, that's good for you. Where are you from? The UK? Almeida looks like my childhood hero. Who's your childhood hero? I usually have to stay up till like 7 a.m. Yeah, I'm guessing you're from Europe and UK specifically. You're easy pick'ems. How tall are you? 5'8". Almeida should cut to 205. I mean, I honestly think he would be a champ at 205. If he cut down, I feel like he could definitely win the belt. All right, let's see it. Main event. The odds in a YouTube match. Jeff Neal versus Burns. Who wins? Jeff Neal. I think Jeff Neal has a good chance to beat Gilbert Burns. But yeah, I'd actually go with Jeff Neal. 100% takedown defense, right? Really good takedown defense. Maybe not 100%, I think, but it's amazing takedown defense. I'd go with Jeff Neal. That's just a matchup thing. Like, even a healthy Burns, I'd go with Jeff Neal. So Burns, smuggle Neal. No. Burns couldn't take him down. Burns would not be able to take him down. I think Jeff Neal would probably finish Burns or just beat him by decision. Jeff Neal beats Gilbert Burns. Underrated. Jeff Neal is one of the most underrated fighters. Here comes the crackhead. Be on the lookout for Jairzinho. 400 underdog, I know. I mean, deservedly so. Like, when's Jairzinho's last good win? Like, he beat Chris Daukaus. That's not a good win. I could beat Chris Daukaus, man. All right, let's see it. Dude, Almeida has to be at least 2 inches taller than him. I still think Jairzinho's lying about his height, even now. Time away from the sport. All the terrible tattoos to laser off all the terrible tattoos. Yeah. So I think Smith should retire, honestly. He'll never get the belt. Rosenstruik already defended the first takedown. Jailton didn't set it up. Let's see if Jailton actually has to strike. But let's see if Jailton can strike. I'm excited to see this. We've never seen him throw anything else other than that, the front kick. But he's getting pressured up against the fence. The first time we've seen Jailton get pressed back. Another takedown. I took him down in the first round. Took him down in the first round. Y'all can hate on my Smith pick, but I'm about to get another main event right. I'm about to get another one right. I mean, this was the easiest main event to pick, though, to be honest. And I didn't even make a video because it was such a boring fight to actually make a video about. Jailton Almeida going for a submission. Looks like he's going to tap him out. Looks like Jailton's going to tap out Biggie Boy. He's going to submit him with a triangle. He's going to tap him out. Derek Lewis's spade are going to get submitted. I mean, to be fair, Jairzinho is better than Lewis at this point. Yep. I mean, dude, you can even notice that Almeida doesn't look that big compared to him on top, but at the same time, he's big enough. I think he's going to submit him in the first, guys. Biggie should do what Benson Henderson does with toothpicks, but it's okay. Yes, Almeida and Jairzinho are fighting right now. I remember watching him KO Volkov live. Who? Lewis? Yeah, I remember on the Conor card, UFC 229. I was watching that too. Bro, how did they make this the main event? Imagine if Rosenstruik gets up to his feet and knocks him out. But I think Jailton's going to take his back, more likely. Ah, Almeida's in full mount. Almeida's in full mount. He's gonna beat the shit out of him. Ah, he's gonna take his back. Yeah! He's got him. He's got him. He's got him. First round sub. Rear naked choke, as I predicted. Yep, yep. Jailton Almeida submits him in the first round. Nice. Dude, MMA Joey picked Jairzinho Rozenstruik, bro. Goodness gracious. Anyone picking Rosenstruik needs to reevaluate their life. Great. Great win from Almeida. But like again, can he do it to Aspinall? Can he do it to Pavlovich? I don't know. I think this could be. I mean, listen, he's gotten all the favorable matchups so far, but I think his next fight will be against a guy that can actually stuff a takedown. Maybe him versus Gon. I think he should call out Gon because he could definitely beat Gon if he takes Gon down. I think he could. I think he could beat Gon. I'd pick Almeida to beat Gon. Beautiful submission. Beautiful submission. Yeah, Jairzinho is a beast, man. I think the only problems for him are guys like Jones, uh, guys like Aspinall, and maybe Pavlovich, but that's it. He runs through everyone else, and he doesn't really have a lot of more guys to run through. But we'll see. Heavyweight to skill cemetery. Yeah, these guys suck. But Jairzinho's just, a striker, one dimensional, and Almeida's a really good grappler. So it looks like the size didn't mean shit. Switch to KSI. Dude, I don't give a fuck about KSI. Who gives a fuck about KSI fighting? I've never watched him fight, and I never will. I don't care about KSI. He's even Jake Paul is like way more interesting than KSI. Lucas versus a housefly. I'll bet my car on the fly. Okay. Lucas, you need to reevaluate your life if you truly think Pereira is a better striker than Izzy. I think most people would agree that he's a better striker than Izzy, actually. Lucas, remember when I said I was a Biggie Boy fan? I think so. I'm in shambles. Are you actually a real Biggie Boy fan? Jairzinho looked like James Toney out there. Yeah, you did. You really did. James Toney with a beard. Damn, that's it, man. And I guess the interview, bro, the whole day is kind of done. Fuck. Oh, man. This is kind of a rough one, right, guys? Like, the whole day is kind of screwed. The whole day is kind of screwed, bro. But let's see what Jailton Almeida says. Let's see who he calls out. Wow. I can't believe. I can't believe Joey picked Jairzinho Rozenstruik, man. That's crazy that he picked Jairzinho. These cards that end in the afternoon are a real buzzkill. I know. It's like a whole drop off, right? It really is like a whole drop off. Jailton got it done. Good win for Almeida. Fuck, dude. I should have just done a video on Jailton Almeida and everything would have been better. But it is what it is, I guess I'll definitely pick against Johnny Walker in his next fight too. But that's just because he'll probably fight Pereira. But I got that one wrong. I'll take it. I'll take it, guys. I got it wrong. Jailton looks so old for a 31-year-old. Let's go. He said that well. He said that well. That was interesting. At least we saw, Biggie Boy stuff one takedown. Ben Rothwell versus Alexa Grasso. Yeah, he's 31. He looks a lot older. He looks like he's 38. Yoel Romero at 40 looked younger than Jailton. That's how you know he's on the sauce. Because he's fucking sauced to the gills, and he's got the light heavyweight skill. This is Charles's Chad translator. Yeah, Yoel's like over 45 now. But I'd say Yoel at this point looks the same age. How many significant strikes? I don't think Jairzinho landed a single one. Dude, Jailton Almeida is literally out here looking like Hamzat Chimaev. Dude, but it's at heavyweight, so it doesn't get as much hype. But like, Jailton Almeida is the most dominant grappler in all of MMA right now. Like, I feel like people just need to accept that. People need to accept that. Holy shit. I was not going to make a video, but I am going to make a video now because I just remembered that I get to talk about Anthony Smith, and I'm going to say he needs to retire as well. Anthony Smith, what should the title of my video be, or a thumbnail? On paper, Smith should have beat Johnny, but he didn't. I don't know. Smith just can't deal with leg kicks, bro. The most well-rounded fighter, as he says, can't deal with leg kicks. Charles Oliveira. Jailton Almeida has a plant-based diet. No, he does not. Another day of Lucas predicting exactly how his pick loses again. Anthony can't take leg kicks and should be the title. Oh, okay. Anthony Smith can't take leg kicks. Can't take a leg kick, yeah. Anthony is not that good. Yeah. Anthony, he's not that good, Smith. Best grappler in all of MMA? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, no, the most dominant grappler in MMA right now. Anthony Smith can't take a leg kick, and on paper, he should retire. On paper, Anthony Smith can take leg kicks. How about that? On paper, Anthony Smith can take a leg kick. On paper, Johnny Walker would fold to vicious kick checking. Calf kicks are risky if they're check. You can break your leg. I mean, yeah, but it doesn't happen that often. Best grappler in all of MMA is Oliveira or Ikram. I don't think Ikram's proved it. I mean, like, he needs to prove it against higher levels of competition. I'm sure that he has the potential, but he needs to go out there and prove it against like guys in the UFC. I know he's beat guys that are in the UFC right now, but he needs to show it in the high level promotion. Oliveira is a great grappler, right? But I think Islam's the better grappler because I feel like Islam's just he's able to get it there without taking that much damage, whereas Oliveira needs to like go through a war. He's going to say Walker's not that good. Maybe. Called Ty? Dude, what's up with these shit callouts? Like, I don't get it. I don't like these terrible callouts, to be honest. Anthony Paper Shins Smith. Anthony Paper Shins Smith. Paper Shins. Sergey Pavlovich Rachmanov, longest active win streaks. Pavlovich is like the direct opposite of Almeida, just finishing everyone easily, but on the feet. Is Almeida Rosenstruik over? Yes, it's over. Anthony Smith gonna say he's better and it wasn't his night. Yep. Nah, I feel like he'll have no way to make excuses after this. KSI threw an elbow and got a knockout. Dude, I don't give a fuck about KSI. Who won, Jailton or Jairzinho? Jailton Almeida submitted him in the first round, rear naked choke, as I picked, as I suspected. Good win for Jailton. And Anthony Smith got embarrassed. Once again, Anthony Smith gets embarrassed. He should retire, to be honest. I'm a wrestler and I love low singles, but it's not good for anything but sport wrestling. Getting low singles in MMA shows how terrible you are. Jairzinho gotta go to Dagestan or something. And his one-sided beefs never get old. Yep. Lucas, stop spreading misinformation. Rosenstruik knocked him out via leg lock in the 7th round. In MMA, you use all martial arts to get a victory. So saying Islam only got the sub because Charles was rocked is kind of a pointless take. Well, it's not something you would say to discredit his grappling. Like, I don't think anyone would say Islam's like a not a great grappler because he needed the knockdown to get a sub. But I think if you were to go out here to address your comment, that is, if you're going to go out here and say that Islam Makhachev proved that he was the better grappler because he submitted Charles Oliveira, I could argue that, well, actually, yes, he submitted Charles Oliveira. That doesn't necessarily make him the better grappler. He rocked him. He hurt him. He was the better MMA fighter. You could say Islam's a better MMA fighter. Doesn't necessarily mean he's the better grappler. But he is, in my opinion, a better grappler, but not because he submitted him. I do think Islam is a better grappler, but you'd have to make a different argument. You would have to say, well, Islam took Charles down and controlled them and was able to win the round and win the moment. You could say that. And you can also say Islam Makhachev has a higher rate of getting people to the ground and having success with them than Charles. Even though Charles can submit more guys, Islam has a better chance of taking people down and banking rounds and getting easy wins based on that without taking a lot of damage. In pure BJJ, Charles wins against Islam. Yeah, I feel like that definitely could be the case, but this is not pure BJJ. We're talking MMA grappling. I feel like Islam's a better grappler in MMA, but it's close. He went for a hook out of the clinch. That was Jiu-Jitsu clinic. What a match. Lucas, how do you think a prime Fedor would do in the heavyweight division? Oh man, Fedor would do really well. I'm pretty sure Fedor could maybe be champ, but probably I wouldn't bank on that. I would say Fedor could definitely be a top 5 heavyweight, like without a doubt, and stick in the top 5, maybe be a champion with the right matchup. So yeah, prime Fedor. They need to allow knees to the head of a grounded opponent to stop these damn rapid fire nonstop takedown attempts. Yeah, but it's up to the commission to allow it, and the UFC is not going to legalize it unless the big commissions like New York, California, Nevada allow these things. Otherwise, they can't go to these cities, and it's not worth it to, allow that rule and then not be able to go to these cities. Goodness gracious, look at all these dog shit cards. Terrible, terrible cards. Kai Kara France Albazi, Dern Hill. Oh my goodness, these cards are disgusting. The last round on Smith versus Walker shows why knees to a grounded opponent should be allowed. Yeah, but at the same time, Walker still beat him up. It's not like if Smith had won after that, then I would understand. But I mean, he still easily took Smith out. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Until next time.